what's better than fighting a huge boss after fighting many armies of enemies back to back to back? Not many things. That's why I made this list dedicated to the top 10 bosses in video game history. Now, there's of course rules with this list, as there would be with any other. First rule is only one per franchise. That doesn't normally bother me, but I just wanted to do this so that I could stay on task. If I picked a whole bunch of ones from the same franchise, it wouldn't be fair, and it probably wouldn't be the actual top 10. Also, I tried to use ones that weren't solely and normally used in other top 10s or top 5s. So, the last thing is that these bosses are not rated by hardness, easiness, coolness, their soundtracks, creativity, originality, the weapons they use, the abilities they have. They're simply rated on what are the most fun things to play. Now, this is my list, so going all the time for any list that anybody makes, you're allowed to have a different opinion, but understand that I'm not saying that this is a proven fact. Also, there are many spoilers in this list, of course, so if you do not wish to see some of these games, or some newer games and some older games, then you can look in the description. I will leave the amount and name of bosses that are in the list. So without further ado, I'm Shawnthebro, and here are the top 10 bosses in video game history. The number 10th place is Hitler from Wolfenstein 3D. Now, Hitler would have been a cool boss already, but he's in a blue mechanical suit with 2 chain guns attached to it. Then you take him out of the suit, and he's got another chain gun. Now, Hitler's already a good enough enemy due to the fact that he was, and probably still is, considered one of the most hated human beings on the planet. If that wasn't good enough, you change history by making sure that Hitler does not kill himself and that he in fact gets killed. But to wrap it all up, there is a kill cam. It's called a death cam. However, it's a kill cam. That's where all the ideas first started, in this death cam of Hitler exploding into a bloody mess. And it plays it 3 times over. What's better than that? Ninth spot goes to Bowser from Super Mario World. Now, normally, when you say boss, enemy, or rival, you probably think of Bowser. That's what I think of, at least. However, this is different. First of all, Peach is in the clown copter with him. Where's she at? Next of all, he's in a clown copter. Now, that's probably not what it's called, but let's be honest, that's what I'm gonna call it. So he throws his minions down to you, and you have to kick them back up and hit him on the head with them. It's just a fun, memorable battle, because even though kicking out that support for the bridge and burning him with fireballs was fun, it adds a new type of gameplay to throw his own enemies at his head and then get the princess back. Mario's hardcore. The 8th spot goes to the Yellow Devil from Mega Man. Now, specifically, we're going to be focusing on the Yellow Devil from Mega Man, the Power Battle, due to the fact that it was the first one I ever played, and it's probably my favorite because it adds a great new twist to an already great game, where it's only bosses. Now, you can play as 3 different characters, but if you play as Mega Man, you get to face the Yellow Devil at the end. So, you have to shoot his eye to kill him, which is pretty self-explanatory, but he's a lot taller than you, so you have to jump up to be able to shoot him. Which adds a new twist to the fact that he can throw cubes, jump on you, punch you, turn into circles and shoot them at you, shoot 4 fists at you, shoot lasers at you, and do some sort of explosive move on you. While trying to dodge all that, you have to shoot him. It's not too hard of a battle. Honestly, it's pretty easy, but it's a lot of fun to do because it's a wide variety on such a simplistic character. You'd think something with a sphere and arms wouldn't be too hard to defeat. However, since he's got that wide variety of attacks, it honestly makes it a lot more fun and keeps it interesting, because not until he's about to do the attack is there a way of knowing. There's not a pattern or anything. Until finally you land that killing blow, his eye goes X, and we're out. That's number 8. The 7th spot goes to the Necromancer from Castle Crashers. This is because he's the only one that's the same size as you that you fight head on. Most of the other enemies or bosses in the game are a lot taller, stronger, and tougher than you. Not in this case. He resurrects people from the ones he's killed, I assume. Just look at his floor. Then, after taking enough of a beating, and beating them up, you'll come to this part. This is where you attack him head on. The fun part is that you're evenly matched. He's a boss, but he's not much stronger than you, and you're not much stronger than him. You can both block, use projectiles and magic, as well as melee attacks. Once you beat him up enough, you'll come to the part where he's got low health. Now, once he has this low health, he'll start acting weaker when you can throw him around, and then you finally finish him off. His soul goes to heaven, I guess. That's my explanation. You pick up his sword, and you get a cool reminder of him. The next spot goes to Duon from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Now, I could have picked someone like Taboo or Master Hand or Crazy Hand, which I all like. However, Duon is probably the most unique, and even though I'm not judging by that, it does add to it. It's just nice to see it's these two robots combined by one wheel, I guess making it one robot, or whatever it is. Then you're fighting on a ship. An airship in the sky, I want to say. It could be in the ocean. I'm not really sure, considering it's all red. I don't think anybody's sure about this. But the point is, you're going to want to attack Duon on whatever side suits your character. See, whenever Duon goes to a different side of the ship, his attacks change. So, some attacks are faster and some attacks are stronger. Depending on your character, you're going to want to attack at different times. That adds a great new twist to a boss battle that I haven't seen anywhere else. So you can be a wide variety of characters with a wide variety of moves. This shows that all characters are important and one does not outweigh the other, which is an important fact, an important moment, because many people think that some characters are overpowered. This shows that that is not a true statement. The number 5 spot is the Ender Dragon from Minecraft. Now, this is on creative mode. However, I will show you some of the hard tactics that you have to take. So, you have to come here and destroy all these healing items. I don't exactly know what they are, but they heal the Ender Dragon, so you can't take him down until you take these out. Now, you can shoot bows at them or hit them with the sword, but keep in mind that you can fly in creative mode, so you would have to climb all of these things in normal mode. Now, this is how it actually looks. That's you shooting a bow at the Ender Dragon, missing most of your shots, defending yourself against the Endermen that fight you, and eventually getting a hit on. Once you get enough hits and the Ender Dragon's health goes down far enough, he'll land for a little bit and you get to attack him with the sword. The reason this fight is so fun is because Minecraft is usually just fighting enemies at night and no real storyline. However, this really wraps it up and changes it by adding a boss. Number 4th spot goes to Avion or Avion, I've heard it said both ways, from Shadow of the Colossus. Now, let me get this out of the way. First of all, I would normally feel bad about saying that killing this awesome creature, this awesome dragon-flying creature, would be sad. However, you're actually freeing the Colossi when you kill them, making it not too sad. I mean, it's still sad to see them die, but it's actually a happy ending. So, it feels good. Instead of fighting a boss that you hate, you actually feel that you're doing something good. What's so fun about it is the music is actually one of the most used music for intros in the entire world. right here. And so that music is pretty undeniable. You've most likely heard that one point or another. But what's so fun about it is he's trying to flail you off the wing as you have to stab him, and you have to hang on while flying through the beautiful nature. I know it's all clouds and water, which you'll land in. But if you look at it, it's just so nicely done, and it's so majestic. It's depressing, but it's happy at the same time because it's a good thing being done. So it's a mix of emotions that leads it to being good. The number 3 spot belongs to Idol from Killer Instinct. Now, you fight your way up, fighting things from wolves, dinosaurs, skeletons, crazy mutants, humans, superpowers, everything that you can think of, almost. And then you get to this final boss, where he just performs unexplainable combos on you. But eventually, you beat him up enough, and get ready to take him out. And this is why this is number 3. It feels so good to finally beat this guy, especially on the hardest difficulty. That is one of the hardest fights I've ever done in one of those games. It's a good battle because it is unfair, but the result you get afterwards makes up for all of it. That's why it's number 3. And then you get the same burning lava, which is always good. The second place boss goes to Ganon from the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So the whole goal is to attack him a little bit to make him block so that you can get around to his tail. And sometimes you can't reach his tail, so you gotta just keep working at it till you can hit it, and there'll be a cutscene. Once you reach that cutscene, Zelda will tell you that she's using her powers, but you must deliver the final blow. Now, the way you kill him is stylish, right through the brain. However, there's something that makes this fight more important to me. Everybody has different reasons. I like the fact that you just survived the world's destruction by several seconds. Hyrule's destruction by several seconds. Clarify that. And now you have to fight this guy. Like, that was probably the least of Link's problems at the time. I know that Ganon's always the final boss pretty much, and I know that it was coming to this. I wasn't saying that I wasn't expecting it, but it just seems like the timing is a little bit unfair for Link. And Dance Rave. The number 1 ranked boss, in my opinion, on this list is Satan, the devil himself, who makes an appearance in Castlevania Lords of Shadow, the one I'm using, the Blinding of Isaac, and Doom 2. Now, he makes appearances in other games, however, these are the ones that probably stand out the most, in my opinion, just due to the fact that those are the ones I know the most. But the reason is Satan, the Lord of Evil, the King of the Damned, alright? He's the biggest enemy of the entire world. You would have to assume that he would be the toughest boss, which he is. In Castlevania Lords of Shadow, you have to use all your powers to defeat him. You attack him using the exact opposite of what he's using. If he's using the healing factor, you need to use the stronger, more powerful factor so that you can take down his health faster than he can heal. If he's using the strength factor, you need to heal so that you can do damage to him and negate his power attacks as well as heal yourself. Once you finally get him down, you get a whole bunch of quick time events, and you get a small cutscene kind of thing. It's one of those ones where it doesn't go to a cutscene, but you don't have to do anything. Now, after Gabriel being revived by angels themselves, or, free spirits, as well as his girl, the one that they were looking so far for, this happens. So you choke him, and he tells Gabriel that he's gonna mess with his girl. So, obviously Gabriel is not messing around. He does probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in a game. He grows wings for about half a second and releases God's holiness to Satan while strangling him to kill Satan. Satan is dead. I'm not saying that the boss battle itself is necessarily so fantastic, but the fact of who it was and the way it ended makes it more than worthy, in my opinion. But everyone's going to have a different opinion. So, he sees all the free spirits finally being released from Satan's wrath. What are your opinions on the matter? What would you say were the best bosses? Did you like the list? Did you not like the list? Criticism's fine. But don't sit there and say that I'm wrong, because it's an opinion and you're not wrong either. So anyway, guys, I'm Shawnthebro, and I hope you enjoyed this list. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Hello guys, I'm back. If you're new to my videos and my channel, this would normally be where my outro is. You got Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And, of course, my Gaming is Awesome video is playing in the middle. If you click on it, it will direct you to that video. Then I have yesterday's video in the bottom left corner, which will direct you to the last video. Sometimes I do several videos a day, but, primarily yesterday's video. Then you have subscribe right there in the bottom right, which will allow you to see more of my videos. But I really do appreciate you keeping through the entire video of mine, and it means a lot to me, so thank you for watching. Please do rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.